Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Alright, so I don't know how people online are still thinking that the frappe Gochizo is immortal for some reason. Right?
It's literally dying. Who the fuck thinks that it's immortal? I mean,
I don't know. For some reason, people are still under the assumption that the frappe Gochizo is immortal. When when was it? I think it was the episode after Hato got frappe, right? We saw two of them. There was two of them.
It's explicitly shown when Shoma is making them that they are. Right,
not. And there was a reason
immortal.
why following that episode, Hato took Shoma out like, hey Shoma, you want to go get some chocolate frappe? I'm just in the mood.
Oh man, do I love Starbucks?
I think you could really use some right now, you know, right?
Oh god, don't we all love Starbucks so much?
You know, right? This feels like one of those days, you know. Ignore the fact that it's 8 o'clock in the morning, you know. You know what they say? A frappe in the morning, a frappe in the evening, and your night with a frappe.
He's caffeinated. It's all good.
You know, right? Yeah, but so for some reason, people have been thinking that the frappe.
Who the fuck thinks that the frappe Gochizo is okay.
Right? So for some reason, they accepted that the Showbird isn't immortal, right? But they're thinking, right, Blizzard Sorbet, whatever the fuck.
The cake Gochizo, and the two pudding Gochizos are the only ones that are confirmed to be consistently alive.
Those are the only that are alive, right? Those are the only ones that can live to tell the war. To tell the story to the next.
Literally the whole thing with the Gochi Pod is, as we saw, 100 Gochi Pod... 100 Gochizos gave their lives. Gave their lives for this. They fucking died so goddamn fast. Oh my god.
The 100 Gochizos that died today, not the 100 that died at the beginning of the episode, right? But the one that just were only born into existence for I want to say less than 30 minutes, you know?
Listen,
right?
listen. RFK understands, okay? Some of these chickens gotta die, okay? We gotta cull.
Oh, look! You're all serving a grand purpose, you know.
Yeah, we will learn from your deaths. Science will progress.
Alright, it's really amazing. Alright, Tariq, hey, it is Kamen Rider Gavv, episode 34, The Great 100 Gochizo Operation, you know? Alright, now that we got a clearer full body shot of Gavv, alright, it is not obnoxious as I think it was. I thought this thing was actually just all orange, but there was actually a yellow accent, gold
and
accent.
a little bit of red.
So it is not as obnoxious as I thought it originally was.
It's not fully Cheetos, Doritos, Locos.
Right, I'm still not a fan of it, right? I would still not put this in my. Well, okay, we're 30, 35 common
34
final forms,
episode 34,
35. No. How was it? Since Heisei to what are we? 25? Was it?
What do you mean since Heisei?
How many final forms have we have now? 26?
Oh, how many final forms?
Yeah, what was it? Since Kuga, what are we? So 20 from Heisei.
Okay, since Kuga, yeah, okay.
So 26. 20 from Heisei. What are we? Was it Gavvin's the 6th season, right? Now of Reiwa?
It's got
27 because Revi and Vice are technically two different final forms, whatever. So we are 27 final forms in now, and I still would not put this in my top 15 of final forms.
This to me is it's very close to in Revice when there was the lightning Revice, Gale Revice.
Oh, Thunder Gale
thing was.
Yeah.
And it's okay, I see what you're doing here, but this isn't actually gonna be the final form, the final. We can't stop here. If this was truly the last form, I would be disappointed.
Yeah.
And
right.
So, I mean, it is interesting that this is oh my god, it's so strong. It's yeah, but Blizzard Sorbet was so strong. We've gotta.
Also for a final form, it is doing not a very exciting job of making it look like a
Yeah.
right silly as a fire form.
Punch.
Like it's still
big punch.
It's still silly as just like a regular like if I was not informed that this was the fire form, right? Like if Toei did not come out and say, hey, here's stuff, I would think this is like the penultimate upgrade, you know, right? Like you were saying with with Thunder Gale before we got a ultimate Revy and
revived magnetism. Yeah.
Right before that came out, right? I would think this is the penultimate, like the super form, you know? Right. But yeah, it punched big.
Yeah,
it punched big.
Punch.
Should they go check and look for the body of Mage? Nah.
I mean, I did really want to make the meme for last week where it was just like, well, he's dead. You just fucking killed him. Because he just fucking... That punch fucking sends that centipede man into goddamn space. He should have been dead. The fact that Magen survives this is fucking insane, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, look, they explained how he survived, you know? Showa's not good enough.
It's truly a plot-based, reason, though, where it's like, listen, we can't... Also, I just want to point out, so we're 2 for 2 on... I know that, the wiki is billing Magen as the second Bitter Gavv.
Mm-hmm.
But it's he's the second Bake, really. Especially with the,
I mean, he's both now, technically, right?
I mean, he doesn't use the Bake Magnum to transform, but he turned into Bake, if it's Bitter Gavv Bake form, and it's just Kamen Rider Bake with a Bitter Gavv belt. It's
right.
Bake. That's just
I really, like I said, I'm not a fan of Bake and Bitter Gavv, you know, right?
But all I'm saying is, so if we had to keep up a record, once again, if I had a nickel for every time that someone turned into Bake and then died immediately afterwards, within 2 episodes of their reveal, I'd have 2 nickels.
Yeah, and it's, you know, right, boy, Bake is not as exciting as they're making it out to be, you know, right? I feel like this is a suit that right? I feel like this is a design that they thought that they were really into. Oh man, this design is fucking amazing. And
look, a lot of people like Desert Camo, but Bake fucking died. Bake seems to keep getting killed pretty fucking easily.
Mm-hmm. Right, but yeah, it's not as exciting, you know, right?
Yeah.
Also, so is this pudding? Is the strawberry supposed to be feminine? By the way.
Oh boy, I don't know. Know. Do Gochizos have sex? Is this not in in the act, the verbs? Do they have sex?
Do the concept of sex? Gender.
Do the Gochizos actualized to the point that they understand gender and sex and they know what they
This goes back to how with Gavv, right? When we had that episode, not counting the actual overly female candy cards, that one I think it was the plant one where we're this plant one is I think it was the plant the rose one, that episode, right? If you know which episode
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, the world where it was just very hyperly. This plant is really is putting a lot of emphasis on his modes. I was I mean,
even Zukyun Vampire was okay, so you can turn into a pseudo-human. Do you want to fuck humans? What's going on there?
Right. But yeah, Lakia sends out the pudding one, hey, send out the strawberry, alright, hey, go look for stuff, you know.
Shoma's not certain that he killed that guy, and we none of us wanted to go.
Yeah, we are currently low on stocks of recon units, you know, right? We had
just
to pull
used
back
the entire fucking resources we had on reconnaissance. Like Attack on Titan, the entire survey corps got fucking ate up on this one fucking giant form. So, guess what? You've been conscripted.
Yeah. Think of this as a promotion now, you know, right? have fun scouting, right? Hey, look, you'll blend in perfectly into the environment with your little pink circular disc.
Right? The pink one is dough pudding, so it can go invisible jelly.
You're right. That is true. Hey, Uncle Dente ate all the snack. He's like, hey, you didn't say
Dente gummed up.
You just said, hey, there's some snacks in the fridge. You just said, hey, have the snack in the fridge. I was like, all right. You didn't tell me.
Didn't tell me I had a limit on that shit. That's
you didn't. Man, well, what about the cupboard? I guess you didn't say anything about the cupboard, so I guess that's also on the table too. I assume you also meant when you said there's some snack in the fridge. I assume that anything with a door, because remember I am a granny from a whole different society, right? So I assume that anything with a door, like a door, covering it is a fridge, right?
Yeah. I might not have teeth, but I can still grandpa my ass through this shit.
Yeah, right? He really just fucking ate everything, right? And look, so now they're reaching the point where they have to start fattening up Shoma, right? Like
right? Okay, you gotta listen, buddy. You got a big Rocky. You got a big fight coming up. You gotta eat. You gotta put the pounds on, big boy.
Here, start by eating all this fucking unhealthy snack. Feel like, hey, listen, I'm a snack.
Whatever.
I love my sleep, but Jesus, fucking, like he has to eat 100, right?
Whatever.
Right? The worst part is, right? They're feeding him different variety, which once again, as far as I am aware with the Gochi pod, it just needs 100 Gochizos. It does not need like 25 chips, 30 puddings, right? Like 10.
It would be funny if this worked on like a Pokemon gym leader badge situation of like you need the 8 specific badges.
Oh my god, that's so fucking much. That's why I feel like they're doing a lot when they can just like, all right, just give like some, I don't know, like in terms of like all like the candy stuff. What do you think is like the most low effort to consume?
I mean, I would have said, honestly, before this, I was like, okay, gummies because gummies are just like coagulated sugar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
right,
it's like,
I'm just gonna go off like the main the main selling points. So of course, the main selling points are gummy candy, potato chip, marshmallow, chocolate, and lollipops. All right, according to the show's tag. Right, so we have to assume from these 5 things. Like what? Like I feel like someone's like feeding Shoma one from each category. What do you think would have been just more favorite? Like, hey, start stuffing it. I have to assume it's definitely not lollipop.
Like, I mean, it's essentially you need it. Okay, so again, to go back to like the Pokemon reference, it's like you need to have 100 Pokemon. Okay, you could get 100 Pokemon, and some of them are Pikachus, and some of them are Charmanders, and some of them are like Articunos, and some of them are Raichus, and Charizards, and Chandelure. Oh, the rare Chandelure? Oh, you're going to Gen 5? Oh, crazy. Oh, man, what about a fucking... Ooh, hey, let me throw a Scizor into there. Ooh, spicy. And then it's like, okay, but it could just be 700 Pidgeys.
Yeah.
It could just be 700 Pidgeys.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna grind it all. I'm gonna grind it all at the start of the game, fuck that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, why not? But yeah, they go through the effort of getting snacks, right? Right, Shoma goes through the effort of going go to visit the late night candy store salesman up the street. I guess. This is where this guy is now.
He's just part of the show. We don't know anything about him. It's we're just implying that he's on the up and up, but I swear to God, he's gonna turn out to be like, yeah, I've been a fucking. Oh God, what if he turns out to be fucking? If he turns out to be fucking President Zeldak, I'll be so goddamn mad.
Right? I mean, because the most popular theory people are running off online that he is like Shoma's like Uncle. Now I'm not talking about Uncle Dente. Not from his father's side. From his actual. But like the theories that is like, oh, this guy's related to
Shoma. Like he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I did lose my wife.
Hey, look,
man,
you remind me a lot like my sister, who I haven't seen in a while. Right? Yeah, right? Just casually talks about like, oh, my sister, I don't know, what's her neighbor? There's no for me to neighbor, but she's been missing for a while. I haven't seen her in like, how old are you, Shoma? 20. Yeah, I haven't seen her like. I haven't seen her 20 years in. Wow, what a big coincidence, right?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, like the biggest theory now people running at like this is Shoma's like secret uncle. Shoma doesn't know it yet. It's like, oh boy, that's gonna be the big surprise. Like I feel like I guess I don't really see any correlation that this.
I mean, that's like how Gotchard was trying to push that fucking Shoma or Hotaro's dad was what's his face was
Garyon.
Garyon or Dark Lord Gigist.
Right, or fucking But yeah, hello, hey, kid, hey, be fast, hey, get a paying job, all right? I can afford these snacks, all right?
Yeah,
hey,
okay, I guess I can.
You snooze, you lose.
I'll be
you
kind
snooze,
to
you lose,
peasant, and then
right?
they just go, no, wait, hey, Shoma, I never told you this, but we could have been making these from home for pennies on the dollar before.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why did you? Well, why would you? Okay. I guess I just have to.
Yeah, so it turns out, they never had needed to go and buy snacks, but these fours that they make are, I mean, obviously, hey, look, this is just a ploy, to introduce new Gochizos to sell to the fucking kids. But like, hey, you're feeding him pancakes, cotton candy, right?
Mean, I'm surprised cotton candy hadn't come up yet.
Right, I feel like it's not just like a reskin of it's just not a recolor, retool of yeah, right. I feel like that would be like right, but pancake. Okay, that's once again very lax. Once again, we have to decide what the fuck is considered a snack. Pancakes? Is that what it was like? All right, are we really saying pancake is a snack? I mean, you don't eat it, right? I feel like there's a big stretch.
It's the fact, I guess. Pancake.
Like the cotton candy, I can see being a snack, oh yes, it's a sweet candy, right? Fits in, but like
pancake in my mind feels like he should go into K-King form, but get a shield.
Right, like yeah, I was like, and what about waffles? What happens if he eats a waffle? What about waffles?
Oh, then he gets. Chicken? If he eats a waffle, then it's closer to Blizzard Sorbet because of the waffle cone.
Right, it just feels like very weird that we're saying that. Oh yeah, by the way, that pancake can give him a coach. I was like, all right, sure, all right, fine,
fuck it.
Right, yeah. And then meanwhile, back at the hillside, hillside riverfront mansion, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, hey, somebody's here to ask questions with the family.
Yeah, boy, once again, going back to like, oh boy, man, I do not understand what is going on. Now this is like, oh boy, it's like weird. And look, I'm not here to kink shame, look, and look, whatever people do in the privacy of their own home is what they do.
Look, whatever the writers want to do, the writers are allowed to do. I mean, within certain allowances of the law. But like, Glotta, I'm confused and also Jeep, also Lisa. Hey, you guys are, you Grand Utes are kind of freaks,
Right, I'm like, boy, this is really fucking weird and awkward. I was like, I don't like this, I don't know what's going on here. I had to double check to see what was going on. At the first, I was like, wait, that's not Jeep. Hold on. Wait, what's going on? Why? Is that right? But yeah. So now, Look, I feel like at some point, if it depending what the Grand law is, this should definitely be reported. I assume we cannot report this to like any higher authority because the higher political power within the Great Society is
literally the
corrupted.
highest political power is the one telling us to make the drugs.
Right, it's very corrupt. Right, they're gifting themselves, jets and airplanes, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, Grand Ute Qatar can send me Grand Ute airplane because it's gonna be for Grand Ute Force One.
Right. But yeah, that's going on, right? Hey, here's the big look. They spent a lot of effort on the Bake Magnum, and they have to use it again, right? After like 2 episodes, right? They have to keep saying that the Bake.
Also, the Bake Magnum like attachment. That's a P Bandai thing, right?
No, I think the Bake Magnum is actually a.
The attachment. Okay, the Bake Magnum is an attachment, a la like the Alchemy's
Is it an attachment?
driver.
I feel like this is actually just a straight. It's just a completely new gun, right?
No,
like it uses the mode.
It's just that no, it's just two pieces strapped onto the Valenbuster.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure that the Bake Magnum was a public release.
If this is a public release, that's fucking insane because they spent way too much time and money on this.
Oh, yep. This looks like this Bake. Yeah,
the Bake
right.
Magnum. The Bake Magnum is a fucking public release, but the goddamn fuck, what was it in Revice with Veil, like the Veil driver, the Veil attachment, that's fucking P-Bandai. Fuck you.
Right. Hey, I want you to remind that Majade and Spotter's fucking belt. Those were P-Bandai, by the way.
Well,
those were not...
technically, Spawner's wasn't because it was just the Gotchard igniter. Just you gotta hit a fucking switch. The Alchemy's driver was a full. The Alchemy's driver was a whole thing.
Yeah,
but like
based on what I could tell, Bitter Gavv was also a public. The Bitter Gavv belt.
Bitter Gavv was a fucking public one.
Yeah, you know, like I feel like Bitter Gavv should. Right? Because what is it? I think when it Gotchard, I think every Gotchard driver, except the Gotchard driver, right, was a P-Bandai. Because I think Dread, what is it? Dread, right?
Yeah, Dreads was definitely a P-Bandai thing.
Yeah, Dread was P-Bandai, you know, and everything else. Right, those were. I think everything else was on P, except for the Gotchard fucking thing. Yeah, insane, right? I have no idea how. Like I said, I have no idea how Bitter Gavv and Bake Magnum, right, were not P-Bandai. Or not P. I guess they realized, oh man, no one's gonna buy this fucking dumbass.
Bake Magnum is just. I mean, yeah, but like, it's just a silly attachment. You'd think they just go, nobody's gonna buy this, so we'll just throw it on there, like. P-Bandai is so frivolous with their fucking goddamn like shit they put on their site.
I have no idea what's the threshold anymore for them to decide what's a P-Bandai, you know what's a P-Bandai product, like I said, I think they're really betting a lot on Gavv to make up for Toy Sale, right? But hey, look, the latest Toy Sale data was released. Hey, people thought that was gonna be good for Gavv. It is not good for Gavv. It turns out. Let's see if I can pull up the toy chart real quick. Let's see. It was just posted like a few days ago. So let me see. Oh, there it is. There we go. Here is the latest Toy Sale data with Gavv with Q4 whatever, Q2 whatever. Fuck. Right.
Yeah, I mean, look, kids like trading cards, so
yeah, you know, right? They're doing that, but the fact that this is actually worse than something like Geats, it's great, right? But it's better than, and it's
Geats
even
Geats did not have the same like, not even accessibility, but like small trinket shit that like most like even Saber's like little books were smaller than like the Geats like henshin devices. The fact that Gavv is... but people like the Gochizos.
Yeah, you think so, but apparently...
Gochizos.
Yeah, like there was a lot of topic, like earlier on people were saying, oh man, these Gochis are like the hot new things, you know, they're the greatest thing ever created, but I guess not, you know?
So we need to send David out again.
Yeah, so I guess that's why they decided to make. Oh man, we cannot gatekeep the Bitter Gavv and bake fucking Bake Magnum. We really have to send this out to the public.
I guess.
Yeah.
David's gonna have to do another tour of Japan.
You know, right? Look, we ordered 10,000 units, you know, to gatekeep behind P-Bandai, but not a good idea.
What? They didn't buy it? Well, what do I do with all this surplus? But I thought I understood supply and demand. What about the art of the deal?
Right? But yeah, here's the fucking stupid hey, fucking attacking a high school. Fucking Red.
No, just fully opens fire on a goddamn actually. Is this even a high school?
Yep, it's a high school because they. Oh, is that a high school or is it an office? Actually, it actually might be a hospital. Actually, no, it's an office building. Never mind. It looked like the high school when I first saw it, but it's an office.
Shooting. He just walks up and starts blasting.
Nobody's even know what the fuck is going on.
Who thinks that these are nothing more than cattle to be used to make his chocolate taste good, just starts opening fucking fire.
Right. Yeah. I love the little demonstration that the strawberry pudding does, like to represent a building by knocking out the box. Big square. Oh, just like the building. Yeah. This one. Yeah. No.
He's been hitting the big cardboard box.
Right.
The cardboard box isn't even fucking P-Bandai. God damn it.
Yeah, boy, that card is also the biggest scam too within the Gavv.
That's the real thing. Okay, if anything, they deserve to get to lose money because they tried to sell a cardboard box to children. That was pretty fucking criminal. I will also add. So when it's funny that they then immediately afterwards try to go like, we don't have enough Gochizos yet. But they have a full shot with all of the Gochizos that they've assembled so far. So I did try to count it. And I think that they are right that they are off. But if you just do this in like a base...
I think it's 90, right?
Well, it's
10 across. It's 10 across.
It's 10 across and 10 up. And 10 up.
And 9
right?
down?
No, it's 10 down and 10 up. Or it's 10 up and 10 across.
No, it's 10 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. No, it's not. It's 9 down. They're missing 10.
No. 10 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh shit.
Yeah. I think it's 9 down.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Okay, so I fucked up. All right, okay. Well, that happened. Anyway, so anyway, I was trying to be mad at them because I tried to do basic math and it came out to 100. But you know what? Maybe sometimes math is wrong and you're wrong. So sometimes you say it's 100 million and sometimes you say it's 90 million. That's not that big of a difference.
Right. Yeah. I'll talk about the variety. So I would just want to quickly look at the Gochu that show has been spitting out. Oh, there's some lollipop. There's a couple of lollipop Gochizos. That means they were feeding him lollipops. What's it?
Yeah.
Go back to
again, in terms of trying to do this as a fucking speed run on making shit.
Right. I don't think you should be feeding him lollipops. What's it? I still am not sure how much of an X he has to eat to produce Y. What's the actual formula of Gochizos he has to eat? Right, but I don't think feeding him lollipops was the correct choice. If you guys wanted to make,
if Shomo was actually hooked up to an IV, could he just perpetually? Because it's just fucking.
Oh, they're just they just directly inject the sugar into his face.
I mean, I'm talking about it's either that or we do a Guantanamo Bay and we do one of those up the butt tube feedings.
Oh. We just directly right? Look, I feel like this would just be way easier if once again, I am still holding on to my theory that the belt at some point becomes sentient, right? They can just.
The funny thing about the belt so far is the Gochi pod, as we see when he puts it in later in this episode, the Gochi pod has to basically dislocate its jaw to put that shit in.
Right, but yeah, I'm still thinking at some point we could just insert the sugar, the pure sugar into the mouth of that thing, to get it out. But yeah, look. So Hanto and Lakia go fight.
Hanto and Lakia go out there to buy time.
Yeah.
I will say.
Also, hey, Lakia. Look, if he's going out, I need my hat. By the way.
Hey,
I need my hat.
Look, I'm not a jellyfish if I don't have my big silly hat.
That's my fashion thing.
Never forget that I am a jellyfish man. While Dente is walking around in this whole thing in his full-ass granute form, we have not seen Lakia in his granute form since, honestly, the second time that he transformed.
Right, yeah.
And he could just as easily, now that all cards are on the table, we could just let people see him in that form, but he's
right. I feel like he could just actually just be
jellyfish.
Right when he's inside like the Helen Keller
Yeah,
house
happy party shit. Yeah.
Yeah, right. You know, right. Like he only needs to assume you before when he goes out. You know, right. So don't deal with that. But yeah, hey, look. Honto can't forget his stupid little man bag. You know, just as Lakia. I was like, you think Honto was like, hey, hold on. If you're gonna get your stupid hat, you know, I'm gonna bring my little satchel. You know, hey, you know, right. If we're gonna go out accessorizing, you know.
I will say, for all things considered, yeah, Honto has his stupid, like, satchel. But, for the number of Kamen Riders that pull their full, like, 6 to 8 inch, like, long belt out of fucking nowhere and slap it on. Like, it's one thing when you're, like, in the original, like, OG Kamen Rider or, like, Agito or something where it's, like, you just kind of, like, squat and try to take a shit and, like, the belt generates around your waist. That's one thing. But, like, the amount of times that a Kamen Rider just pulls a belt out of their fucking ass and it's like, at least Honto has a little, like, carrying bag that, like, makes sense for him to keep.
Oh, yeah, he can hide his gun or his, whatchamacallit it?
Yeah. He can keep the Valenbuster and also the Vram, whatever the fuck it's called. Like,
driver?
Yeah, like, he actually has something that holds it in. Like, that actually makes sense.
Okay, yeah, sure, okay, I'll give you that. Alright, fine, you can have on that technicality. Sure. Right.
Plus he has his handy-dandy tablet for him to write stories that he never publishes.
Yeah, you're right, you can take notes, you know, like, hey, you can take these notes at any point, you know, right? But yeah, and then meanwhile, back at the office building, in terms of fattening up a guy with snacks for like the last, I'm gonna assume, 12, 13 hours, right?
It might, I mean, I want to say that, well, actually, they're all wearing the same clothes, so...
I mean, but it is the next day, right?
It might be... I mean, this could have been like a... This might be just one really bad day, honestly. Like, this could still just be like...
No, because we saw it was nighttime when he went and visited the candy store salesman.
Oh, that's true. So they just haven't... Okay, so they've been working through the night into, like, the morning or afternoon. Let's say it's, okay, I don't know about 12 hours, but it's definitely been at least, like, 6 to 8.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Just fattening up Shoma, you know, right? Boy, hey.
They really
I think the reason why he could have...
fucking constipation to him. And
yeah,
also,
you know,
like,
maybe feeding him pure sugar for the last 8 hours was not a good idea, it turns out. Maybe that's why the belt... The belt starts like, why is it no longer producing Gochizo? What did we do wrong?
If the belt does become sentient, I hope that it's just like, kill me, stop, God, no. Like, that's the only way that makes any sense. It's just like, the belt is like begging for death because it's like, stop shoving shit out of me. I need... Oh, God.
Please stop feeding me stuff that isn't fucking a byproduct of sugar, you know, right? I can't deal with this. I've been eating too much sugar. I need other stuff.
Okay, again, based on, like, the whole thing with, like, pancakes and everything, does, like, I won't even be, like, America-specific. I'll just say, convenience store food. Does, like, a convenience store sandwich count? Like, if he gets, like, a turkey club that's, like, from a convenience store, does that work? If he gets a 7-Eleven taquito, does he get a taquito for him? Because that seems like a lot easier than all this shit.
Mm-hmm. Right. Like, it's like I said, I do not understand like I said, we will, I don't think they're, at this point, they're ever going to explain how the fucking, how the goddamn Gochizo, birth logic works in this show, you know, right?
Yeah, but then we get a cool sequence with Shoma on a fucking goddamn carousel. So I guess that everything makes sense now.
Yeah, so now like he bursts out three new 3 new Gochizo toys for the audience to get. Once again, really weird that he's birthing out the cookie Gochi, but we clearly saw that.
But there's no cookie form, even though the cookie form is pivotal to this whole fucking fight.
And also, we saw the cookie Gochizo earlier in that big lineup shot. But I guess this is almond cookie. So once again, really, but good. I don't understand how to fucking write. What constitute an actual variant of the Gochizos? Right? Right? Because this is clearly almond cookies. Gochizo, I guess the other one was chocolate chip, right?
Sure, fuck it.
Right, it's like, I guess it's like the same thing with the, right, because the problem is, because I think the gummy, the punching and kicking gummy are actually 2 different they're not the same.
Yeah, they are technically 2 different gummies, or 2 different Gochizos.
Right, so yeah, I guess also, there you go, he burst 3 new Gochizos, right, because I guess it's the first time he's ever had almond cookies. Wow, exciting. Wow,
sure, yeah. I've had cake, but have you ever had red velvet cake?
Yeah, how is this not just a cake king, like a new cake king variant, right?
Yeah.
And I say, yeah, but anyway, he
finally hits the quota. He finally hits his quota on Gochizo's. And now it's time for us to remember that Hanto and Alakia are fighting for their motherfucking lives.
Yeah, they're doing their best, right? But Big Gavv is Big Gavv, Big Magnum, whatever the fuck form is very strong, right? Yeah. Oh, and they can't deal with it, Oh boy.
Oh, he's just too strong with his Big Magnum and even
though we established last time that Hanto easily defeated the Big Magnum, right?
Yeah. And I guess also now, but it's different because it's a Grand Ute that actually has the Big Magnum and it's a full blown purebred. He's all natural. He's an all natural versus the inauthentic replication.
Right.
But yeah, hey, right before Hanto uses, once again, the disposable and, finite resource that is the Frappe Gochizo, Shoma shows up just in time to stop him from doing that because his last one just ran out because, in case people didn't pay attention, it fucking melted. Shoma shows up and is just like, hey, I will kangaroo jack your shit up.
Yeah, once again, going back to how I do not like this entire bit, he has to slowly walk, I guess. Really fucking dumb. Alright. This is really fucking silly and fucking stupid. It's like this dude, this weird stupid little ooh, I'm on my way. I'm gonna reach you. Ooh, I'm gonna get you.
If again, my joke is, alright, so we already had Gurukhan. And so it's yeah, Gurukhan is is kind of like a mecha big four. Mm-hmm. And so with that in mind, Gurukhan is okay, that's the mecha big form. And yet Gavv, Gochipod Gavv, is just this big blistering fucking thick boy that honestly, yeah, trying to walk around with those big ass fucking Hulkbuster gloves that looks pretty hard to fucking walk around in.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. Yeah, I don't like how stupid these things how this thing walks around. It's very
it's to the point slow. that when he's fighting Gavv, or not Gavv, when he's fighting Magan, he has to they have to cut to CGI footage to show the action scene.
Mm-hmm. Right, because this thing is it's not that exciting. Once you exploit the big slow weakness of the enemy, it's real easy to defeat.
Oh shit! Man. Well, and Magan immediately calls in and goes, "Oh, so I just have to not get hit by your big slow punches like Donkey Kong. I'll just bounce around. Fuck you." And then they just go, "Okay, we've got to catch him together. With the power of pudding and donuts, we'll hold him still."
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then he just hits him with a Falcon Punch.
And so do we count this as a victory? For over Gavv. Right? Like
Look,
this form still feels so inefficient to use as like a form.
It's clearly incomplete, but it's like, hey, we punched the shit out of the worst guy, so I guess we'll take it.
Right. So yeah, there you go. Magen, now he's dead.
Magen obliterated. Fucking punched in the goddamn stomach so fucking hard he gets Rasengan'd with a fist. Like, just spins around and fucking dies in a fire.
Yeah. Yeah. So the day is saved. Let's go help these people. Don't forget. There's still a bunch of people trapped in this burning building. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. This building that is falling apart actually is like structurally damaged from the Bake Magnum. We should probably go get him.
Right. And then meanwhile, back at the
Dente's cave. Hey, he's so happy that his great grandson or grandnephew. It seems like he's got a bunch of good people around him. Anyway, time to die.
Yeah, look. Look. Nerve might have threatened to kill me, but hey, Nerve cannot kill me if I kill myself first. If I die first, right?
I thought this would have been more dramatic. I thought I got it spoiled for me because I just checked the wiki before watching the episode, and it literally in the beginning said, "Hey, this is also features the death of Magen and Dente." I went, "Damn! Wow, way to spoil that for me." And then this being the way that Dente dies is such a fucking really? He just fucking.
Well, look, those teeth, right? Look, they took out his teeth, So I guess
if it can work for turtles, it can work for Granutes.
I guess they could not have. He couldn't regrow his teeth, right? I guess that's what.
Granute. There's no shark Granute.
Right. There's no health. Look, with the healthcare system does not cover that, Right.
Yeah.
Hey, at least Uncle Dente is taking the secret to his grave now, Right. Oh, yeah. Hey, also, hey. The best part is that they can never prosecute me in the Great Youth Society,
Yeah.
if I'm dead.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They might have me in jail, but what if I, quote unquote, killed myself?
Oh, before that.
Yeah.
Right.
In August of 2019.
Right, yeah, there you go. But Uncle Dente died. Yeah, I had to do a double take when I was watching. I was like, I had to make sure. Oh, did he die, or is he just out of energy? Because at this point it's really confusing.
He doesn't power down. He doesn't power down Iron Giant style. He fucking dies Iron Giant style.
Yeah, I had to do a double take when I was watching this. I was like, oh, I just thought he was gonna be his old kooky, clumsy. Oh, Uncle Dente. Oh, he dropped the almond
cookie
chocolate.
Yeah, almond
right.
Cookie.
Oh man, man, silly Uncle Dente. Classic. Dropping.
Again.
He dies. I was like, oh, okay then. Yeah. That's just happened. Yeah. Then meanwhile, hey, everyone has hey, look, hey, y'all getting new roles, I guess. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Hey, Nielv, you're going to the position that you always should have been, which is fucking R&D, because what the fuck else? Yeah, no, you should absolutely be in R&D. Longo, you're continuing to. I mean, the difference is that Longo now has to go from just generally getting things together to I need 100 billion pounds of cocaine on my desk by Monday, and it's like, but sir, where would I? It's like, that fuck sounds like a problem that you have to deal with.
Look! I gave you the task. The fun part is you to figure out how to complete that task I just gave you now. So, hey, so there you go.
I said, to all of you that I would cut the budget by about 200 trillion. So it's up to you to figure out how to cut it. I don't care how much Medicaid or USAID or fucking IRS people you have to fire. You got to figure out how to make my.
Well, man, hey, look, but FEMA, hey, you guys no cuts, you know, you guys say, hey, you guys, hey, we're keeping all your benefits, you know, you guys
gotta, hey, if you know anybody that's on a riverfront property, you gotta fuck them up.
Right. But there you go, yeah. So, Longo, I guess now he realized oh, right, I am the supposed main villain of the show, I guess.
Yep, it's time to show up and do something.
Yeah,
Except
you know,
one time before where I did something and just sent my agents out, I have a big sword now. So yeah, hey, here we go.
Yeah, and look, I finally have free time in my schedule to come in and be on the show that I was cast in, you know, right?
Yeah.
There you go, and that's this week's episode. Yeah, like I said, I'm still not a big fan of Overgav. You know, like I said, it's still very, very just so fucking clunky, you know, right? It's not even like the good type of clunky, like how, like with a big, with the big mecha forms, right? Right? It's not like, right? This is just clunky for no fucking reason, you know, right?
It's not the same as like the Suika form in like Gaim,
or even the stupid big lollipop form this season, you know? It's not even like that.
Yeah, right. Like that was he just walked around big style and just like fired cannons.
This one is just like really, it's just really there, you know? Right? I don't know. Like I said, hey, look, like I said, what is it? Overgav is just part one of the quote unquote final form, you know? Right? There's still we still gotta. We still got
we just have to hope and pray that part 2 is better than part 1.
Yeah, you know, look. Part 1 might have started, you know, right? But part 2, that's where real stuff happens. Yeah, you know, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I pressed the wrong thing. Let me quickly save. I forgot to make this into the last. I am speedrunning this in the background right now.
That's okay.
Oh, let me see. All right. Oh, okay. Well, I named that the wrong file. I'll fix it later. Okay. Oh, let me see. Oh, there we go. All right, let's click. Oh, wrong chat. Let's quickly. Upload image. Wrong folder. Let's. Oh no, that's a different folder. Boop. Oh, where the fuck did it go? Oh, I have a lot of files saved. Oh, there you go. All right. All right, but there you are.
Yep.
All right. That's it for this week's Gavv. You know, like, ooh, let's get. Hey, look, here we are with the quote unquote final form of Gavv. Ooh, how exciting! All right. Is that for this week's episode? You know.
Yep. Until the next half of whatever this shit is.
Yeah, you know, right. But hey, don't worry. Look, Longo remembers he's part of the plot now, so he's finally gonna do something about it.
He's locked in. Yeah, it's totally good.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. Is that it for this week's episode?
Yeah.
All right. That's this week's episode. All right, Kate, thanks. Bye.
Hey, Austin.
Yeah.
I realized after a conversation we were having casually offline.
Yeah.
I think that we've definitely talked about some of this stuff with that's been happening in the background of my father's renovations for his house. I don't think I've ever shared it with our incredibly weird ass audience. Whatever.
Right. The one that listens to these hidden secret post credit recording. The one that stays to the end. You know, right?
Yeah.
The one where we get Henry style. You know, in on this. You know, right?
Yeah. For the spicy bits.
Yeah.
So, let me paint a picture for you. Okay.
Okay.
So, it's 2018. I I bring Molly over to my dad's house in Virginia for the first time.
Okay.
And it's
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's this riverfront, like it's a riverfront property in Virginia.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Okay, timeshare.
Like,
all right, yeah.
My dad's like,
yeah.
I finally done it, son. I finally figured out the plans for these renovations because this house was formerly his mother's, and like it was their like family, like it was really like the family like cottage sort of like summer home thing. Like,
okay.
It was
mm-hmm. Okay.
It was
okay. Is this? Do you also have like childhood memories of visiting this cottage? You
oh
know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Skipping
When my grandma lived there, yeah. Oh, absolutely. But it's like this is like old school where it's like, hey, boy, a dishwasher would be great, but we're still working on like a fucking like iron furnace to like heat the house sort of situation.
Okay, look. There's a lake. You guys have a lake. You know, you can go to a lake.
We have a river. We have the whole ass dirty river where you can pull up fucking tires and the shoes and water jugs and shit. Because,
right? Yeah.
You know,
look, you collect rainwater to reuse. Right?
Yeah, the Chesapeake Bay. It's like all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it started. So that's 2018, right? That's 2018. I'm just gonna. This is a photo that I keep on. This is my desktop actually background that I keep because I took a pretty. I'm pretty proud of this photo. This is what the house. I mean, it doesn't really focus on the house, but it focuses on what the space looked like.
Okay.
This is what it looked like back in like circa 2013, 2012.
Okay.
Sort of thing.
No, what the fuck? That's a lot of fucking Bob.
Oh, there's way more than that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, it's fucking.
All right, for the audience listening, hey, whenever you're imagining for like a little house down by the lake, hey, take that out of your head. That's not what you're imagining. It's way nicer. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's how it.
There's no visual reference for the audience, right? Because this is all
yeah. They don't get to see.
Yeah.
So that's what my dad's house used to look like.
Okay.
And then my dad said, my dad said in 2018, he's like, I finally figured out, like, the renovations I want. Like, I've got plans written out. I've gotten a...
DIY project, you know, right? Yeah.
We can bring this house into the 21st century.
Okay,
In what was 2019.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and look, he has limited time, you know, right? Yeah, so you might as well spend, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, Dad, yeah, great. Everybody wants the house to, like, look better than it does. Like, that would be great. Thank you. And yeah, so that was 2018. Or, that was 2018 when he put that plan out. A year later, in 2019...
Yeah.
My dad asked me and our other friend, who is also named Austin, hey, can you guys come down and move all the furniture out? Because, like, we're finally getting, like, the plans moving forward. Because we need to get all the furniture moved out of this house.
Yeah.
Right? And so, me and Austin...
Yeah, those are the parents asking their kids for some help while we're renovating the house. Yeah,
right,
okay.
Right, and his little brother, we all go down to Virginia to his place, and we move all the stuff. We move it into one of those storage pod things, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, Salutation's house, like, go with God, like, you're about to be, like, torn down or built up, like, renovated and all that stuff. That's fine. That was August of 2019. I have to tell you specifically that, like, literally
getting close to 2020, you know?
Yeah. Specifically, on the drive there, we found out about Jeffrey Epstein killing himself, quote unquote, and we were like, oh, damn! And so it was like, that was where that was happening, and then 2020 happened.
Yeah.
And my dad got fucked 7 ways to, like, Sunday, because it was supply line shit and contractor shit and COVID shit. Because it is riverfront property, FEMA got involved.
Okay.
And FEMA came up and were like, actually, your house is too close to the water, so you're going to actually have to build that 6 feet back. And it's like, but the house is already where it is. Like, yeah, you can't have a house there. Like, that's 6 feet close. It's like, but it's on a really big hill. It's like, nah, you can't be there. You're going to have to push that shit back. And so so my dad got fucked by, not only, like, jurisdictional red tape, like, just, like, the city, the county, the town, whatever the fuck they call it. Then he got fucked by, like, the international goddamn pandemic. And then he got fucked by the flood. What's FEMA? FEMA is, like, Federal Emergency Management Agency. He got fucked by that. Where they were just like, no, you can't build the house there. So, all of that is to say, my dad was like, well then fuck it. I guess I'll just build a whole new house. So what he did around the start of 2023,
okay,
the house got fucking built over, or at least that's not actually the right way to put it. The house got construction started at the beginning of 2023. Let me see if I can just, let's see, I'm scrolling through the photos. Let's see. Because I have a thing that shows it. Nope, not that one. Okay, hold on. 2024. There we go. Alright. Hey, this is a photo that my dad sent me in January of 2024.
Okay.
I want to keep the audience in mind. This started in 2018.
Yeah.
And then it was 2019. And now we're at 2024, and there is fucking scorched earth where the house used to be.
Okay. I mean, you got to remove all the piping, all the electric.
They had to get rid of all that shit. Yeah. And so I was like, okay. Cool. I just was like, okay, that's cool. I want to also inform people that in the interim between this, my dad hosted a family reunion that Molly and I have told you about.
Yeah.
To which the family reunion happened, and then we got there, and my dad was like, yeah, we've been working on things. The family reunion happened in August of 2023. This photo is from January or February of 2024. So when Molly and I got there, we drove up, and I looked at my dad, and I looked at the empty lot where the house used to be, and I went, Dad, have you told anybody that there's a fucking empty lot where the house used to be? He's like, well, I think that was implied. I'm like, no, you can't just imply that, like, you just
was your dad trying to pull the biggest scam where he gets all the family together to be like, all right, everyone, pick up some nails and a hammer,
pick up some shovels. Hold on, let me see if I can find this one. Hold on, there's one photo that my aunt.
All right, because I don't know my geography. I don't know who lives. I don't have the census data, but I assume that there is not a big Amish population, in Virginia Beach or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Near the lakefront, right? All right, and then your dad just can't like go down to like, hey, you guys want to build a house, right? Is that how it works,
That would be better, honestly, if it was just like, if this was all a group thing. That would be cooler, because then it would just be, like, something to, maybe maybe then it's like it's a family thing. Like we're gonna do this shit. Okay, this is such a bad way to take it, but I'm just cropping this fucking photo that was saved in the WhatsApp group from when I showed up and Molly and I showed up around the same time as my aunt and uncle, or one of my uncles and aunts, whatever, blah blah.
Yeah.
Tell my dad. This is the photo of me finding out what the situation was that I think properly surmises the situation.
Yeah.
Where I'm just looking at it like, what the fuck do you think? What are we doing here?
All right, so we got a ladder. All right, hey, look, you need a ladder. You know, when you build a house, it makes sense.
We got the worn out ass shed that's been there for the last 50 plus years.
Oh man, your dad did not take down the shed, though. You know.
No,
right?
we took down everything else, but we left the shed. So anyway,
what is that? Beach chair? Lawn chairs?
I don't know what the fuck this. Yeah, I guess it's like some kind of soccer chair, like there, like
right, the chair with the little stupid cup holders in the arm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hey, look, people need to sit down after they built.
There's a bunch of shit there. So my dad does all of this shit, right? Mm-hmm. He's been working on this for literally
4 years now.
Like half a decade at this point.
Yeah.
And finally, at the start of this year, he's like, it's gonna be finished.
All right.
They have...
Boy,
They have everything.
Okay, that's a good question. All right, that's what I'm leading to. I have assumed that your dad has talked to like some architecture, right?
Yeah, he's been having people work on, like, he's been going through...
Right, because the way that you're making your dad say, he just tore down the house and like, all right, step one.
Well, the problem is
the house.
The problem is that he had a contractor and they were like, cool, we'll tear down the house. And then they were like, yeah, can't start building yet because of this problem or that problem or that problem or this problem. Mm-hmm. And he just, like, again, FEMA getting involved, all this other shit, like...
Yeah, man, I don't know how the fuck did FEMA even get involved, honestly?
Look, hey, if there's one thing FEMA's known for, it's about water being involved. Mind you, this is a house that is, like, I want to say a good 200 plus feet above water. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not like it's on stilts, like, on the river. It's, like, on a hill. Like, it's not going anywhere. But, so my dad's like, okay, it's finally in development, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Flash forward to, March. Literally the day before, a whole bunch of shit hit the fan for me and Molly. I'm with my dad, and afterwards he texts me. He's like, "Oh, by the way, this happened."
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Hey.
So
okay.
So there were a bunch of winds that came through, like tornado style ass winds, and apparently that storage pod where we moved all that shit back in 2019. Yeah, that tree just fucking fell on it. And it just landed on top of it and ripped the fucking roof off. So, all of that is to say, that's why I'm spending my weekend, this weekend, in May, to deal with this shit from 2019. To take shit out of this fucking goddamn crushed coffin that my father made with all my grandma's fine china and all that shit to go fucking deal with this shit.
Man, I really hope you know how to use a chainsaw, right?
Apparently the tree's been removed, but the fucking the roof of the storage pod has been torn up, but my dad said it's okay. There was a rug there, so it soaked up most of the rainwater.
Okay, there you go.
And cushioned
we'll
the
put
blow.
a tarp. Look, we'll put a tarp and make a new roof, right? Close enough.
my dad is, without doxing him too much, a tenured professor in the sciences, and this is probably the dumbest thing he's done in his entire fucking life.
Hey, look, you know what? Hey, I bet after that, what you really need is an all-you-can-eat Brazilian steak dinner, right? After
Brazilian steak sounds nice when you put it that way.